I think anytime a kid who grows up in his hometown gets to play for his hometown team, I mean, that's a story everyone can get behind. So you can see it on my face how much it means to me. I think my dad took me to my first game. I don't know how old I was, but I was pretty small in that picture. We saw the Revs beat like the Sounders, and we scored in the last minute. I think it's just stuff like that. Like this is such a family club, and even people who have been around here since I was a 4-year-old coming to games. So to finally be on this grass, and nothing's guaranteed, but hopefully just to have the opportunity to prove myself and to make a claim for myself in the MLS, I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm feeling a great deal of pride, obviously, but also there's something about the Revs family right now that, there were a lot of years that we drove, I'd get out of work and I'd race down to Gillette with Malcolm and sit in the car and grade the papers and then race back. And, there were some years where it was challenging, like, going all the way down to Foxborough, and boy, has it paid off. All that time and effort has really paid off, and feeling like we are really truly a part of this Revs family now. That it's been worth it, and we're unbelievably proud of him.
I've always wanted to say this on record. When I started training with Revs II, I simply could not get to practice. I had started doing online school, but I was too young to have my license, and my mom quit her job for me she took a year off to help me get places I need to be, all up and down the Eastern Seaboard. So sure, it was mostly me, but there's a village behind me, so as you can see.
Also, just knowing him personally, more than his athleticism, I'm just proud that he's such a curious, kind individual who cares about a lot of things beyond soccer. And I think all of those traits also contribute to who he is as a player and a teammate. So I'm just proud of the person he is beyond the soccer player.
I think what sets Malcolm apart, and something that Phoebe and I have discussed as well, is that just there was a period of time, especially after Malcolm came back and doing a year in France and coming back, there was a passion and a drive and a commitment that was just totally different from anything that we had seen before. And I think Phoebe and I had a second, we're like, whoa, wait a second, like this is something else. There's something else different going on there in a good way. And that's been really special to watch as well.
And we always allowed soccer balls in the house. Some people ask me, how did Malcolm get such, other parents of soccer playing kids, how did Malcolm get such great ball control? And I'm like, well, first thing, let them have the ball at their feet at all times in the house. We did.
Yeah.
There was like one lamp. We're like, could you be careful over there? That's kind of special.
And we played a lot of soccer in the house when he was very little.
There were no rules when it came to ball.
We still play a lot of soccer in the house.
He could just do things at a very young age that were unusual.
Yeah, it's so important. Obviously, the club has shown that they have the confidence in me, but I also think the biggest thing is, for me, it's just proving to myself that I can hang at this level. I think I played up here right over there. I played on as the first team was doing some 11s, and I got subbed in as a wing back, and I was not super familiar with that, but I did well, and so I proved to myself that I could hang at that level. Carlos played a 1-2 with me, so I was as soon as he did that, I was like, all right, I'm in. But no, it's just great. It's good to prove to myself that I can hang at this level, and not only hang at this level, but within time, be able to make a big difference.